confused and in shock, but no one said a thing. No one dared to. How could they? Then suddenly, Jackson stopped making noise. He sat in silence for 20 minutes, then looked up with these teary eyes and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "He's not dead. My best friend can't be dead." Everyone's anger towards him shifted to sorrow instantly. We realized Jackson wasn't being disrespectful or playing some game. He was a 12-year-old boy drowning in denial, or so we thought. When end of the service came, everyone lined up to pass the casket. Jackson stood up too. My sister tried to grab him, but he pulled free and walked toward the front, towards the casket. The whole room tensed. What was he about to do? He reached the casket, looked down at Ronnie. His shoulders shook. Then he licked his finger and shoved his finger in Ronnie's ear. "Wet Willie," he yelled. At a funeral, to a corpse. The whole room paused. "Jackson!" I screamed, running toward him. The pastor dropped his Bible. Grandma staggered into my uncle's arms. Jackson stumbled backward, howling with laughter. I was about to tear Jackson a new one. Then I heard it. Someone said, "Wait, is Ronnie smiling?" I froze, turned back to the casket. My son's lips were twitching, corners pulling up. He was fighting a smile. Ronnie, his eyes shot up. "Goddamn Jackson, the Wet Willie? Really?" He sat up in the casket. The church exploded, screaming, crying. Grandma hit the floor. Jackson collapsed on the ground, laughing so hard no sound came out. Ronnie climbed out of the casket and grabbed him by the collar, also laughing. The pastor stood frozen like he'd witnessed an actual resurrection. I grabbed Ronnie and pulled him into me so hard I probably cracked a rib. Turns out when your son literally comes back from the dead, the first thought isn't how. It's "you're alive." I finally let go after what felt like hours. Then I grabbed both boys by the collar. "Explain, now." Jackson wiped his eyes, still wheezing from laughing. We made a bet. Ronnie said he could fake his death and make it through the whole funeral. If he won, I had to give him my PS5, the one I won at the gaming tournament. Ronnie grinned. I was so close. When I realized he had everyone fooled, Jackson said, "I knew my only chain was to make him laugh. The Wet Willie was my last resort." I stared at them, these psychopaths I'd raised. "You realize," I said slowly, "we were going to cremate you tomorrow." Ronnie's smile vanished. Jackson's too. The room went silent. Ronnie looked at Jackson. Jackson looked at Ronnie. "I still want the PS5. Absolutely not." They argued about it for 3 weeks. By the way, we're suing the funeral home. What kind of idiots don't notice a 12-year-old isn't actually dead for 48 hours?